All right, how is everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. This is an educational channel, and this is episode number 5 of a new feature called uh, the Q-tip of the spear. And um, we kind of examine just a recap of the daily events of the information war that I'm convinced that that war is has been won, and or um, it's a rout. I'll just say that. And but there are more games to be played, and we need to make sure that we're sharp uh, moving forward. And I don't think we are. I think actually in many areas that we're quite dull and obtuse, and that is particularly in terms of depth. Um, the the premises have been thoroughly dug through, going about a foot deep or a century deep, but we haven't done our digging uh, far enough. We need to go um, back to the Garden of Eden. We got to do our digging all the way back. Um, and maybe even before that, we've got to figure out um, the nature of these things. I guess one thing that is notable is I think a lot of people in the movement use unconsciously a more Marxist framework, materialistic framework for assessing what's going on, the follow the money approach. And it's not like I disagree with that, because following the money is a good way to find where the criminals are. But the kind of the converse of that, to be more like um, money is uh, what's motivating them. That they're doing these things, these evil people are doing these things for money, does not follow from the follow the money corollary, I guess. And because it's not about money for them. If they need more money, they will just print more money. And um, the only thing that they really care about money is to make sure that we don't have enough of it. So that's the extent to which it's about money for them. What it's about for them is mind control. It's about mind control, and when they confine us to just digging in the 20th century, uh, digging up endlessly, the 9/11 Kennedy assassination, Federal Reserve narratives over and over again, and mining every aspect of that, we are in a certain way avoiding going deeper, because if we know if we go deeper, it's already bruised us enough to recognize that everything that we grew up thinking was wholesome and goodness and heroic was actually a psychological operation. But that's just the that's just the superficial aspect of it. It goes so much deeper. It's not just what we grew up with and it's what our parents and our parents' parents and their parents' parents and so on have all grown up with. And so every vestige of your reality has going to have to be turned upside down. And that includes you know, um, your kind of reflexive patriotism, your reflexive defense of Western uh, technology and values, you know, taking pride in having the fact that your people have discovered this or that or have invented this or that. Um, all the inventions are um, now. I won't say inventions. I'll just say technology. The technology is cabal technology, regardless of who what the narrative is. We're 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 borrowing their technology, and we have way more creativity, and so we can adapt their technology to our ends in many ways, and we may have even come up with some crucial um, developments in their technology because of because we're more creative than they are. They really don't have any creativity at all. They have to steal it from us, and then, but they, um, do have these, rational minds that are beyond ours at this point, and they've managed to they managed to be able to harness the technologies over the many centuries. But more important is when we go further and further back into antiquity and into our holy books, and that's going to need to be done. There's a lot of people that would be otherwise very responsive to the patriot movement and the truther movement if there was a proper analysis of what the holy books are about, um, because they are the most obvious psychological operation that's out there. But apparently, nobody's really taken the time to look at it and is just giving it a free pass, which I just find glaring, and I also find it, um, discrediting. It's hard for me to even watch your podcast and take you seriously when I know that you haven't done the digging on this, even though it's part of your core identity. So um, that's a problem, and that's going to need to be rectified before we can move forward. So by hook or by crook, it's going to have to happen. And so yeah, so I feel though that things are very positive. It was really great to see this guy from the Freedom Law School talking about representing people in tax cases if they decide that they don't want to file. Somebody's could have your back. News Treason presented that today. It was a rerun. I didn't see it the first time, so it slipped through my fingers. It's a much more useful approach than the soft disclosure people, especially the founder, who is continually saying, "Do you know?" I don't want my tax dollars going to this, or I don't want my tax dollars going to that. Well, there's a very simple solution to that problem that you're ignoring, you know, or you're just projecting because you're afraid to, um, put your money where your mouth is, so to speak, and just not file because you're afraid that they're going to do something to you. So it's your problem, not the even the pathetic Congress's problem for creating these tax bills for you in the first place. Okay, I'm all done. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Have a great day.